Yeah, just don't die next time.
That's right. That's right. Just don't die and you'll be okay.
Emergency repair expert for the win. Extra heal would have done you good, but
Aw, they go through him some comps as well. That's good. Sportsmanship is nice to see in this game.
Ladies and germs, I'm gonna bail. Y'all have fun.
Hey, how's it? Before you go,
Have a good
Raptor.
day, see you, Raptor.
Before you go, Raptor.
What?
We need a ranked checkup. How's it going? Did you do it?
Oh no, I'm still 1 star shy of rank 5.
oh,
But it did get me a good win in Buffalo. So,
Well,
yay, I guess.
How did the radar Neptune work out for you?
Oh, I didn't take that. Are you insane?
Well,
No.
You were the one that mentioned it, so I thought you were the one who was
New
insane.
chat mentioned it, and we were all like, "No, you
Okay.
take Edinburgh, not Neptune."
Okay, all right, just checking. But hey, thanks
No
for
worries.
hanging out.
Anyways.
It was good to see you again.
Of course.
I
Thanks
can't
for having
wait
me.
to
Y'all have
see
good-
you in a
Oh,
couple
fun.
of days, man.
Yeah, seriously, you get here on like Wednesday, so it's crazy. It's
Yes.
crazy.
Not like you guys didn't see each other last weekend.
Well,
Yeah, but
worked.
we're not. It's not going to be quite as busy a trip.
We're
Right?
not working.
That was literally a work trip. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was literally a work trip. He's going to get here on Wednesday, and we don't leave town till Friday, and then we still got 2 or 3 days on either side of that we can goof off, and I don't know what the hell we'll do. We'll figure it out. I'm taking some time off
well,
work too.
we're already goofing off. We got 2 things in place to goof off, so I can't wait for that.
already. Yep, it's going to be a good time.
Cool. Well, thanks
Anyways,
for
I'll
hanging out.
catch y'all later. Have fun. Yep,
too.
see you.
Bye, Raptor.
Say hi to
Take care.
Ginger for me.
Will do.
See ya.
Man, I'll tell you what. There's few people in this game. Puddin', you rank up there with one of them, by the way. That I've really feel like I've built a friendship with. Raptor's one, Puddin's another, Sea Bear's the third, and Killjoy 1941, wherever the hell he is. I hope he's okay. When you play a game as long as we have, people start to you start building friendships with people, and it becomes more than just a game. And that's where I'm at with Raptor, and I feel like that's where I'm at with you too, Puddin'.
Oh, I missed the days of trying to do a mission where I needed to stay alive and teammates just killing me.
Ron for the Foos, so he was a much easier target.
Well, but you want to beat up on the tier 6 carrier.
Wow.
Instead of
Honestly,
beating up on a
hopefully-
tier 6 battleship.
So,
Well, I mean, taking one carrier out of the fight in itself is a pretty big thing, considering that that's less airspace that the enemy team can cover.
bromance. Yes. I will say this, though. I disagree with your decision to not recall right away after you dropped. You just wasted those 4 planes when you might have only lost 1 or 2 if you had after right away. You know what I mean? Hit the F button right away.
Yeah.
Another thing to consider is that your torpedo bombers are effectively your main armament. You just lost half your squad there.
Yeah. It was a very costly attack on a tier 6 carrier. That being said, I agree with SAT. Your Fuso's the better target, and you just noped out of this so that you can launch your
Gimmick.
Yeah, your gimmick essentially. These are
Quick
fun.
time, boys.
Don't get me wrong; these are fun planes to launch, and I'm gonna zoom in and get another picture of you launching these B-25s because that's what the Hornet is known for. So damn it, that's what we're gonna watch. But
Okay, that looks cool with the 2 of them.
well, of course it does, but there's more. Don't wait. Don't worry. And of course you got a couple on the deck too, right?
Right there.
So what I'm trying to do
Oh.
is, there we go, something like that. You get the sun reflecting off of them. You see the glass in the bombardier's position, right? Let me move over a little bit more to the right. There it is, right there. And then you see a couple of them still parked on the deck. It's hilarious, by the way, how they're parked because the original B-25s, they were all the way back in the deck there. There's no such thing as steam-powered catapults or anything. So they went as much of the length of the deck as they could in the original Doolittle raid. As a matter of fact, the first couple of planes, Doolittle was in the first, barely made it up into the sky. One of them, it wasn't Doolittle's, but the one after that, dropped and almost went into the water. Everybody thought it went into the water, and then it just came right back up again. Another fun story about Doolittle, they got rid of everything they could to lighten the load for the aircraft. They got rid of all of its anti-air armaments, any of its defensive machine guns, ammunition, all that kind of stuff gone. They went with as much weight reduction as possible.
This actually looks like a promising match.
Yep.
There's no destroyer, so there's quite a bit to farm.
Smith family, by the way, it's good to see you, by the way.
Honestly, I would have just gone for North Carolina. He's a wide open target. The fact that you're flexing towards the left side, looking for that Leon, you're gonna probably lose.
He's looking for the Hornet. Hot Hornet on Hornet action. Watch how much damage he does here. Ridiculous. 22,000 damage plus.
Sounds about right.
That's gonna hurt.
That will leave a mark.
That's gonna leave a mark.
As Bigolandrew just puts lols in chat. That wasn't a thing.
I mean, we also saw what happened to the Parzival. Almost one-shot him.
Hog. But
What, Parzival? What?
I don't know. I feel
On estuary. Yeah, different match.
Okay.
there again. While I sort of disagree with that move, that was pretty fun to watch.
Sure. No, I do agree with you guys, though. North Carolina's by himself. Fuso, by the way, is also by himself. Those are really good targets. Instead,
So
you're...
this one worked out in the end, but the Fuso should have definitely been a target of your first torpedo bombers.
And what you're doing instead is you're going straight into... Now, you could have put your planes up earlier, by the way, to catch these dive bombers on the way out of their strike. You were too late in the deployment of your summon fighters. But you're gonna get the Hornet with some torpedoes. Okay, cool. F immediately. F immediately. The longer you take, the more planes you lose. You lost them all.
Well, he's kind of lost it anyways, and that York is unfortunately dead.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with striking carriers is that it usually takes out quite a bit of time in your hangar in order to do it, because you're always aggroing the fighter whenever you attack. So you're only down to 5 torpedo bombers, and you should be launching your Gimmick here.
I would frankly use the B-25s because that enemy Hornet is on such low health. You could probably one-shot him.
Yes.
Yes, your Gimmick. You should be using your Gimmick here. The dive bombers could potentially Citadel Ryujo. I've not do not know though.
I mean, it can.
Yes,
Given
exactly.
how thinly armored Ryujo is.
When you strike a carrier, you strike and then hit F immediately. You F off immediately.
In a carrier, I would actually just pre-drop the first load and then go in with the second.
Now,
Just
one thing.
No sets, 5 guns. But fighter. Okay, good recall.
One thing that I've learned too is with the Hornet especially, you actually want to slow your planes down before they drop so that they drop at a more steep angle. So I think you were dropping at what you would normally expect to be full speed. And I think if you had actually slowed down, you might have done more damage there. Maybe got away with a Citadel or two.
I don't think it would have changed the outcome, but it's still
Probably
a
not.
good tip nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. It probably wouldn't have gotten you the kill. As the enemy Hornet knows you want him, he drops catapult planes, or summon planes. This is where I might not have actually pre-dropped, because depending on timing, you might actually lose a couple planes before you drop on him.
No spoilers.
Also, you're kind of fortunate the enemy is cooperating, because usually carriers do not stand still like that.
Look at that God tier dispersion. He's even moving a little bit, and your reticule was like this, and you still. Wow. Wow.
And that's a dead Hornet.
I have a tendency to pick on my blacklisters.
Morsu Pirates, your estimated profit? If so, hello, and I recognize you from the forums as well. I hope you're doing well.
Plus, with Hornet gone, we really only have to deal with Ryojo, and it's mostly Tier 8 battleships and Atago's AA. So, Ryojo's really not a threat.
As I said, you're kind of fortunate he basically just let you dunk on him.
Really
Most
did.
carriers have better self-preservation instincts than him.
But, you know, frankly, he also painted himself into a corner. He thought he'd be up close so that he could get his planes at the target quicker. And as a result, he got himself kind of stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, for a little while during the match, I thought we were going to lose it.
Well, you're down one ship right now. Nice hit, 7 hits.
That was a fairly decent chunk of damage.
Yeah. Now, the sub is
Should have got
detected.
more bomb hits.
Well, yeah. Well, now, well, the Massachusetts is actually DCP'd, so you could go hit them with torpedo bombers for full permaflood.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's what I'd do.
And there goes their last sub.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, overall, it's actually I would have not counted this as a being down, just because you have 3 battleships pushing in, you have a ton of damage you can farm, you have adequate numbers of torpedo bombers, and you also have dive bombers for the Bismarck. So you're also not down on reserves. You're perfectly fine.
Yeah. I mean, for me, my own personal mindset, if I'm even, I'm down. That's just how I look at the game.
The only reason, well, 2 reasons. Only reason I didn't go after Mass with the torp bombers is when I have a Mass. The other reason is I also know they have very good torp protection.
Mm-hmm.
Monarch, on the other hand, does not.
The torque protection doesn't matter if you hit the bow.
Yeah, but you know what? More importantly, you came in on everybody's AA side.
Yep.
Bismarck, Massachusetts, Monarch. If you're going to go after the Monarch, you just
Go south.
go after him. Yeah.
Yep. That being said,
what you could have done is approach from the south, go for Monarch, hit him once, use the heal, and then quickly go for Massachusetts. You can get 2 floods going.
yes.
Yeah, just an easy chain drop. That's what I would have done. It's an easy chain drop as well.
You guys are, wow. A lot of ships just kind of bundled up together, which, I mean, it's good for anti-air.
It's also standard battle, so it's perfect.
Right? I apologize. I see an opportunity to take a screenshot with an American and a Japanese carrier, and I want to take it. Because I think that looks
With the
kind of cool.
B-25s, nonetheless.
Right? With the B-25s. I mean, look at that, huh?
That's not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Alright. Sorry if I ruined your immersion, everybody. Playing lots of ranked recently, toxic opponents and throwing teammates are what I've grown accustomed to. Your mileage may vary. Well, yeah, it's ranked. It's just par for the course.
That's odd.
Oh, it was the IJN CV and the IJN battleship in there.
Yes. Oh, the Fuso behind. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Now, who are you going to go after?
I think I went after Mass with this one. Yeah,
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was Mass.
I'd go after Bismarck.
Yeah, I would.
I'd go after
Well-
Mass. He's lower health.
True.
Lower health, and he's about to step on the cap as well. Bismarck is just wandering.
So
Yes.
the reason I thought Bismarck is he's a larger hull, so more area for your bombs to hit. And also, as you can see here, I think you're flying through the Bismarck flag to get to the Massachusetts. Yes, you are. So,
If you can take out the Bismarck first, that would. If you take out the Mass first, it'll be a lot easier for your team. At least you can light a forces DCP or get a lot of damage.
right. So that goes back to where we talked about approach vector. You could have approached from farther to the north and taken the Bismarck anti-air out of the equation.
Likely as well, you probably would have guaranteed a greater number of hits on that Massachusetts by taking him in a straight line.
Well, I mean, the Mass only reacted to the angle he was coming in, right? So he's going to react even if he came from the north.
Pirates, that's
Oh.
right. Aliens kidnap ships in World War II for arena battles. Hornet and Ryujo fighting together.
You should have gone over to the GF line instead. You're essentially attacking the Bismarck here for no apparent reason.
He is.
I think I saw him use his DCP. That's why. That's why I went in with the torque bombers to get a flood on them.
Isn't your priority to kill the Bismarck? I mean, the Massachusetts first? You're kind of switching between targets for no reason.
Yes. So
Target priority is always important.
And that's why I thought earlier that Bismarck is the better play, because he's more isolated than the Massachusetts. And frankly, I mean, you're going to take out more of more of him without taking as much damage, because the anti-air is not strong.
Look how much that the Bismarck took without him even going after him.
That's true.
Like his torpedoes that damage was negligible, right? Like everyone else killed the Bismarck.
Now you've changed to the North Carolina. I probably would have made sure the Massachusetts died before you went for the North Carolina.
And your approach angle is, of course, not very good. You're kind of lucky you got that damage as you did.
World of Warships, the movie plot. My wife wants them to make it. Really? Could be interesting.
Just make the saving Transylvania
featuring the Moskva?
Now, why are you going to the middle here? I think you should go back to North Carolina.
I was going to try to get the York, but...
No. You do that with your dive bombers. You should be using the Gimmick on North Carolina.
Exactly right, yes.
Yeah, because your dive... correct me if I'm wrong, SAT, the dive bombers don't have enough pen for the NC Citadel, right?
I don't think so.
As far as I can tell, I've not seen one, so probably not.
Even if they do hit the Citadel, they don't do a lot of damage, so you might be excited, like, oh, look at these Citadel... you know what I mean? Like,
it's only 3 FK Alpha, unfortunately.
Right, you come away with, like, feeling like you could have done better. So, I think the North Carolina is the better pick here. Honestly, you can take out the York at your convenience, and what I mean by that is the Otago is shooting at the York, the Bismarck is shooting at the York. Like, the York is probably going to die.
The sub is dealing with the York, too.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, shoot somebody else.
I would have had the carrier go into the island first.
Say that, what?
Before launching your torpedo bombers, I would have hit W and have the carrier slam the island.
Why is that,
just in case just to prevent North Carolina from sneaking up here behind and getting a unfortunate 30k.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, it looks like the Bismarck got in the way of that game plan.
Yeah. Now, crashing into the island, to me, that limits your ability to run if you need it. But
that's why I did it. But I do hug the island to,
sure,
stay out of sight of the vehicles.
Sure.
You're kind of doubling down here. Either, basically, if they get to you, your team probably lost anyways.
That's true. You rang? How's it going, man?
Also, you're kind of rushing your attacks. I understand with that North Carolina being so close, but you need to take time to line up your attacks.
And that would be ideally getting right behind them, otherwise getting right in front of them, right?
Go for the Fuso, honestly. I would go for the Fuso at this point, just because he's like the easier target.
Oh yeah. Less anti-air.
Well, I mean, the other thing, it's going to give your carrier time to regenerate some planes, because you're like out with all the rushing you've done.
You're also and you need to work on using the dive bombers, because you're going in full speed, which makes the bombs drop at a less vertical angle.
They
so you're not even
skip.
Yep. Even if it's a battleship that could easily get Citadel, you wouldn't be landing Citadels.
Yeah, there's one thing that I didn't notice during the match that no one's noticing now.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for this much criticism on my replay.
Not just Ryoju's position, but what don't you see in the air?
He could have been out of planes.
Right.
I don't see subs in the air.
Very funny.
Not yet, at least.
Very funny, Puddin. Very funny.
There you go, Puddin.
Go for the Leon, or follow the SAT school damage farming. Just go for the Fuso, get more damage, more XP.
I mean, I still would have went after the Fuso.
I would have gone for a Leon just to get the damage, just to get the kill.
True.
Because that also adds PR.
Kills are a good amount of XP, yes.
Yeet. And that's a good kill on Leon. And Uzo should be extremely vulnerable to your eye bombers, so you can just rush at him.
Huh? In fact, I would actually run out in front of him and kind of just take the heat off of the Atago.
The Atago, I don't think he's spotted right now. He's behind the island.
Just in case. Because you don't want Fuso to look at you, because you have some HP to spare.
Now, if you look at those torpedo bombers coming in from the Ryujo, you should have predicted that the Fuso was going to be turned to dodge those bombs. Fortunately, it causes the Fuso to take all of those single fire torpedoes, so that's kind of funny.
On the salmon.
Yeah. There's your Citadel. Look, you did nothing.
3 out of 4.
Like, when I play Hornet and I see a Citadel, I don't rejoice like I would in pretty much any other ship. I just go, alright, you know.
Well, I mean, I get a little happy because it's better than the 1,000 overpen damage you do.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Now, if this had been a Parcel match, I probably would have gone out in front of the Fuso to get my secondaries rolling.
Or, you know, you just blown them up because... Oh, that's a dead Fuso.
At this
you
point,
can just go find the Ryujo now.
At this point, I'd hit the M key and set your autopilot to exactly the last known location of the Ryujo. Why not?
Yeah.
You should go cap them out.
You can do that too.
With 30 seconds left on the match.
Oh, that's true.
Well, just tell Wargaming you needed more time.
So this is not a bad game. You CV sniped the enemy Hornet, which... I mean, it allowed you to do a lot more farming. Oh god, this Ryujo.
That's going to hurt.
Didn't get the kill, but I mean, he was seconds from disaster anyways.
Yeah, I didn't notice it during the match until like the end. I'm like, where have his planes been?
Right?